Please note that this content is for educational purposes and for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. More details available in the description box.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we're going to continue to listen to some of the jail calls between Stephan Sterns and his parents. Just remember that these are only from May and June of 2024, so I'm sure that there are others that maybe at some point will be released. Currently the jail says they can't release any without a subpoena, so there's that. So these are from the district attorney's office, and while there were about 35 files, only about 14 or so calls, including the one that was released before, are worth listening to. So I saw before the live stream started, some people are like, is this new? Is this new? Just remember, I'm not just like a news reporter, I'm a commentator. So it's not new because I put out the entire chronological jail calls already. I'm sure you've been listening to it all over the place, so maybe for you it's not new. If you only watch my commentary, yeah, then it's new. So it really just depends. Please like and share so others will know that we are live right now and we are covering this. And what we're going to do is, we've already done 3 live streams going over these jail calls, right? So they were from May 13th, I'm just hovering quickly over here over my own playlist here, hold on, May 13th, May 26th, and also June 1st. We went over those. So today we're going to kick off with the June 7th one. We also listened to the June 2nd ones. So June 7th of 2024, I'm going to say it again. Stephan Sterns' parents had a video interview on a channel called Hidden True Crime, and that was in September of 2024. And in that interview, they said that they've come to terms that they believe that Stephan Sterns acted alone and that he did this. So just remember that, because these calls are obviously months before that. So they don't say that in these calls, okay? So just remember, it's almost a year ago, right, that these calls were made, even though, yeah, some of the things that's said and enabled is just truly horrifying. Under the Mystic Moon, welcome. Jenna Kane says, hello Grizzlies, thanks for being a member for 5 months. If you are a YouTube member or you're joining today, tomorrow we will have a YouTube members only live stream. The link is already set up for you. It's on the members only playlist. It's also on the community posts if you want to find it there, and click notify me. Okay, so yeah, Mama Bear said these calls are so infuriating. They absolutely are. Thank you to everyone who watched my Court TV appearance on YouTube. Court TV's YouTube channel has uploaded it, and thank you for all your kind comments. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I wanted to quickly just draw your attention to one thing here from a presentation that we did in the past. We had gone over scenarios of, you know, what could have happened the night that Madeline Soto was lost alive. If you don't know anything about this case, then I would suggest expanding the description box, having a read through of the case background write-up, and finding the playlist, because there's timeline videos, summary videos, and all of that. But basically, a 13-year-old girl, Madeline Soto, lost her life, and she was last seen alive on February 25th of 2024. She was seen deceased in Stephan Sterns' dad's car on February 26th of 2024, and that was right after her 13th birthday party. So she was only 13 for 4 days. So she's kind of like 12 going on 13, you know what I mean? 13 for 4 days. And Stephan Sterns, her mother's ex-boyfriend, I always emphasize ex, because it had already moved out, and he was the ex-boyfriend. He came to visit for Madeline Soto's birthday, and he was going to take her to school because Jen Soto needed some good rest for her 2 days off that was coming up. Okay, anyway, so you could see I'm already snarky. He is the one charged with Madeline Soto's murder, and not only that, but horrifying charges, including more than 60 counts of CSAM-charges, child SA material. He's got 2 trials coming up. One is in May 5th to 21st for now. It might change, it's already changed a few times, and that's for those charges. If he's found guilty in that one, which I don't know what his defense will be, really, then it will become an aggravating factor for the next trial, which is set for September 22nd of 2025, and that's a homicide case, and he's facing the death penalty. So the first trial conviction will become an aggravating factor for the second trial's death penalty factor. Like, holy crap. Mama Bear said, thank you, G. This is the only way I could stomach these calls. Right. I love to listen to them with you. It's just absolutely not the same alone. I've listened to them alone a few times, but oh my word. So Julie said, I still cannot find the Court TV live you did. Would like to do replay. It's on Court TV's channel. You could see there Stephan Sterns jail calls. You'll find it there, I'm sure. I'll put the link in the description box as well. Yuna said, I generally feel sad for his parents too. No one wants to believe they raised a monster. To some degree, I do as well. Others, it's inexcusable what they say. Sorry. But to be like, it was Madeline's time to go is unacceptable. You cannot say it was her time to go. She was just 13. You can't tell an alleged child killer and an alleged predator, it was her time to go. Because imagine if he wasn't caught, then you'd have a child serial killer. You know what I mean? If you're like, yeah, it was her time to go. Yuna, thank you so much for the sticker. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to show you this, just so that we can... We've gone over all of this before. It's on the playlist. So if you want to see like all these summaries and things, we've done lots of presentations. We looked at the timeline of February 24th of 2024. And just this one as well, you know, because in some of these calls, Stephan Sterns mentions finding Madeline's body and all sorts of things. So on Sunday, February 25th of 2024, Madeline's birthday party started around 3 p.m. at Grandma's house. She was dropped off at home at around 8:30 p.m. Her phone shows that the phone did 31 steps and 1 floor was climbed at 11:19 p.m. And her phone was put on charge at 11:39. Yes, a.m. So the next day. So here you can see that from the snippets of the documents as well. At 11:39 p.m. Jennifer Soto said, she texted Stephan, make sure she goes to bed right now. And Stephan replies, okay, sweetie, good night. And then Jennifer replies, good night. And then Stephan texts Jennifer, she's built her nest and she's settling in now. And Jennifer replies, okay, good. Now, yeah, no, he's telling his parents that she was up there from 11 and that she was acting all weird, acting all loopy. I mean, do you mean rejecting you? You know, finally kicking your ass or what? Because I just don't know. The rest we've gone over before. I just wanted to go over that again so that when we listen to it, we remember that. Lisa said, thank you, Grizzly. I listened to your interview with Vinny. It made me sob. So many details that I've blacked out at this point. Yeah. Thank you so much. So there's that. Then before we start playing this, wait. We're going to start from here. This chronological jail call collection is linked in the description box for you if you haven't found it yet. It's also in my video section and also obviously on the Madeline Soto playlist. Thank you so much to Grizzly Cat for always supporting me in, you know, finding these calls and things. Both of us are constantly looking for things to bring to you. So thank you so much, Grizzly Cat, for all your help. I put her coffee link, her buy me a coffee link in the description box if you want to top up her coffee cup, you know, to energize her, because she definitely is a great support system for me and for our community. So thank you, Grizzly Cat. Okay, are we ready, everyone? Almost. Wait. Don't forget now. I made little notes for myself, so don't forget. I wanted to offer you 2 pieces of speculation to take with a grain of salt, because it's information I received on email. So I'd rather just be cautious with it, while I absolutely appreciate, thank you to people that send me information. Okay, in the last stream, we looked at Stephan Sterns' jail records. We just glanced at it. We went over it a little bit more in a member stream, but we glanced at it and I was just saying that there's somebody else besides his parents sending him packages and money. And I don't know who that person is, and I'm not going to sleuth it out because that just to me feels like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But somebody emailed me, and the person on the jail record, their name was Genesis Santiago. I don't know who they are, but the person emailed me. They said they did a deep dive and they really think that it's either Jennifer Soto or that it's linked to Jennifer Soto, because when you look them up and you look up an LLC and you go down this rabbit hole, you get to their middle name being Soto. So that's speculation number 1. That would be interesting if that's happening. I don't think it is, but who knows? Who knows, right? The second little bit of information, take it with a grain of salt, is that somebody emailed to say that Jennifer Soto is out and about, happy-go-lucky. She's still got her dog. The dog's very anxious, and she takes the dog to a groomer at least every 2 months. And when she arrives at the groomer, she wears big sunglasses and a big hat, and she's lost a lot of weight, and she's cut her hair, and that's all I have. Okay, so there's 2 bits of information there. Now, oh my, are we ready? Just buckle up, everyone. we're going to snark. Okay, we're going to listen to June 7th of 2024. As you can see, my title is Sterns thinks Madeline Soto is waiting for him on the other side. Wow, wait till we get to that part. And then, and if you've heard it elsewhere, then great, thanks for being here with us. Let's snark some more. And then also on the thumbnail, I've said that Stephan Sterns told his parents that if he puts everything good that he's done in his life on a scale and everything bad, I mean, the good far outweighs the bad, he says. I'm like, really? You are accused of sexually abusing a little girl for 5 years and then murdering her. And you think all the good you've done outweighs the bad. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, so let me start playing this.
Hey there. Is this a good time?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I try to get...
You can see I listen on a fast speed. Let's put it on normal speed, shall we? So this is from June 7th of 2024. It's 7:43 p.m. You can see all the labels on the screen. Stephan Sterns jail call with his parents. And then there's a couple of captions. Sometimes I get it wrong. I'll try to catch them when they do and try to correct it. But yes, let's listen.
The call the first time and it just disconnected us, so I don't know. When it goes to voicemail, it just auto refuses. No, it didn't go. It didn't go to voicemail. I was trying to pick it up. So. Okay. Are you at home? Yes. Why? Oh, I was just wondering if you were around, if both of you guys were there. We're both here. All right. So did you hear from my attorney yet? Yes. Okay, so you got the news then that they filed this morning to seek the death penalty. Yeah. How are you guys holding up? Well, we're just waiting for this to play out. So, you know. Yeah. So, Debbie, your mother said that you were officially charged with murder. I didn't know about seeking the death penalty. I didn't hear that. Yeah, well, it was always a possibility. And the level they charged me at, obviously, you know, if they seek it, there's a good chance that they can get it. So, at 10 o'clock this morning, they officially filed for intent to seek death. Hmm.
I do like the dad's subtle snark. I really feel like the dad, who was apparently a former police officer, like he is interrogation mode a lot of the time. He'll make some small talk, but he also serves some really great reality checks. For Stephan Sterns, you'll hear Stephan Sterns like, for my last meal, I would like to, you know, like a full Little Caesars pizza and this, and the dad's like, probably not. Probably going to get frozen pizza. So he's just like, okay, so yeah, here Stephan Sterns is breaking the news to his parents that the state is seeking the death penalty against him. And yet he still thinks that he did way more good in his life than bad. Wow. Like, do you think that people just seek out the death penalty for nothing? He is innocent till proven guilty, but like, holy crap, right? Passenger 33, welcome. Okay, I don't want to forget to tell you this. When we have our members only stream tomorrow, okay, I'm going to tell you what some of the jurors who have been contacting me in the Nicole Rice trial thought of the case. So make sure that you find the members only stream notification, you know, click notify me if you're going to come to that. Thank you so much. Danielle Cole, thank you for your sticker.
Well, it won't happen for a long time, according to your attorney, if at all. And from what we heard, your judge does not like the death penalty. He thinks it's too lenient. And he would rather have you in jail for the rest of your freaking life.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah,
I hate to say it, but I'd rather have you on death row because you're in more seclusion and you're not really with the bulk of the population of the people.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'd rather be on death row too because I agree with them. It's a much easier way out.
Oh my word. It's a much easier way out. Yeah, Stephan Sterns, always looking for the easy way out. It's a much easier way out, so he would prefer the death penalty. Well, you know what? This is why I keep saying, listen, state, but then you'll probably reject it. Please offer this guy a plea deal. Say, hey, buddy, you plead guilty, we'll take the death penalty off the table and LWOP for you. How about that, huh? That would be amazing, but I don't think he'll accept it based on what he just said. That he'd rather be on death row, reading his books, eating his root beer candy, and being secluded, you know, not being in Gen Pop because, whoa, yeah, I don't know how long you'll survive that, hey. That is a fact as well. Like, whew, based on the allegations, if he's convicted on those charges, whoa, knowing just the amount of CSAM that he had on his phone and USB, allegedly, and then if convicted for sexually abusing a little girl for like 4 to 5 years, and could be more, and then on top of that, murdering a 13-year-old, woo, Gen Pop will be quite something for him, right? Deb, thank you so much. Crystal Ann said all his dad's jokes go right over Stephan's head. Now, I do just want to put a disclaimer here, because there's always one that will be like, Gisela, why do you have to interrupt the whole time? Okay, the no commentary version is there for you, so go over there. It's linked in the description box if you don't want a YouTuber, that's me, commenting. Okay, I'm going to make commentary. That's what we're here for. Okay, so, yeah, that's my disclaimer. I will be stopping and making commentary. Sarah, welcome.
Yep.
I'd rather,
And like she said, there'll be appeal after appeal after appeal, and
yeah, she said it could take up to 25 years for them to finally get around to executing me if I'm found guilty.
Yeah, and by that time you might welcome it, but we won't be here to see it.
By that time, it's about all I've got in me to serve anyway. So
Yeah.
I'll see what the point is.
They said you were put.
Did you hear that? Like, his dad unfortunately talks over him there, but it sounds like he said, and I've listened to it 10 times, so go listen to it as well. The timestamp is 1 hour, 43 and around 20 seconds on my collection of jail calls, right? And so he says, and I wouldn't want to appeal. I think that's what he says. I don't think he says, and I would want to appeal. It sounds more like, and I wouldn't want to appeal. So you're, okay, then plead guilty. What are you doing, bro? If you're already ready to accept the death penalty, then why are you going to put the family through this? Why are you going through these trials? It's going to be absolutely horrifying. Why are you and your defense team filing motions to limit victim impact statements? They can't even have their say. You want to silence them, but you want to go through with the trial? Like, what the hell? Joanne Hendrick says, thanks for all your hard work. I'm so proud to be a Grizzly, and I'm grateful for you.
Back in seclusion.
They said they put you back in seclusion?
Well, I've been in seclusion this whole time.
Well, that you're going to stay there or something? So I don't know. A lot of misinformation.
Yeah, well, I'm still in isolation, yes. I'm still in medical, although they moved me to a different cell here in medical, but this one has a bed at least, or I should say a platform to put my mat on. But, I'll be moved again because eventually they're going to need this cell back. Because it's got a restraint.
Any word on the books?
No. Were you able to follow up with the mailroom on Monday?
Well, we tracked the order and it was delivered to Seminole, so we know it was delivered.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get a hold of anybody.
Oh, okay. You can't call the facility here and have to be transferred to the mailroom or something?
I don't know. They have a mailroom there. I guess I can call.
The mailroom is at a central distributing place.
Yeah, but they have to have a delivery. They have to have a delivery depot there to accept the mail.
I have to sort everything and send it to the proper people.
Yeah, I'll try again tomorrow.
Okay.
Sumi Sharp says, thank you for bringing this to us, Grizzly. I just can't listen to this crap with anyone else. TMI, you guys, I had a shower right before this stream because I'm like, oh, I'm going to feel dirty after the stream. We have to get clean before we even start with these jail calls, like super clean. Like, oh no, this is, whew, these jail calls they're quite something. And as I say, it's only May and June of 2024. I wonder what else is going on in the communication. I think there was at some point, because I regularly request the jail records, they don't send the texts and the emails and things. For that, again, you need a subpoena from the jail, all of that. So, like a court order. I don't know if I'm going to go that far to get that. I'm just curious. What's he ordering? What's he doing? What's he saying? I think at some point the calls stopped, which is why there's a rumor out there that the parents cut him off since September. No, they just probably transitioned to emailing or messaging, which I can't get copies of at this point. But they certainly are still sending him packages to present day. They are sending him books, candy, boxers, all sorts of things. So they're still in contact with him. But Stephan says, the mailroom, it's right next to Old Sparky. Yeah. Oh my word. And just the way that he absolutely milks his parents for everything. Just like, hey, how's the commissary? Did you top it up? Can you send me some books? My word. He really, you could just hear, he like does the small talk and then he just wants something out of them. It's actually really horrible. Nana Junkin said, Stephan Sterns need to look at the history of Florida death row. Other prisoners have killed offenders like him. Gross. Is that what you mean? You meant killed, right? Not kissed? Kissed? Offenders? Killed? Thank you, Nana Junkin.
But,
All right.
so yeah, I got the news earlier and told my attorney that I'd try to call you this evening, but you guys should hear it from her before you hear it from the news in case I can't get a hold of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're expecting
I did it.
a little bit of blowback from that.
Yep, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of ruckus and some people getting riled up. And
I'm cooking ravioli that I got to. Sorry, caught me in the middle of cooking here, so I'm going to walk out to the kitchen.
no worries. I guess I took the news pretty well, though.
Well, okay, that's good.
I'm just remarkably calm about everything.
Ooh, he took the news pretty well, that the state's seeking the death penalty against him, and he's just remarkably calm about everything. Well, if you've reached the stage of acceptance, then just plead guilty. Don't waste everyone's time, money, and don't hurt the families anymore. How about that? Own up, bro. You're so remarkably calm about all this, you know?
I've had this overwhelming sense of peace and serenity, and I don't know, maybe that will change, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just, as weird as it sounds.
For some reason, somebody thought that we were right around the corner, I guess, less than an hour from Orlando, and I said, we're 3 hours.
So, I mean, our understanding and impression is that you didn't do this, so why do you feel at peace and serenity with it?
Ask him, Dad. Ask him.
I don't know. I guess whatever happens, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to be accepted? Going to be the fall guy for this? Is that the deal?
Well, I think between that and the prospect of spending the rest of my natural life in a very miserable place before I eventually die alone with no one to care about me or give a shit that I've passed on, I don't know. I think...
Well, I mean, I think whoever's involved in this needs to have justice served on them. I mean...
I like the way the dad asks questions by making statements. I think whoever is involved in this needs to have justice served on them. Question, Stephan, is anyone else involved? So he's grilling him a little bit.
If you're not part of this, then let's get that cleared up. I mean, it's not for you, but for the family.
I'm pretty positive that this was all an accident.
Shut up, bro. I'm pretty sure that this was all an accident. Really? Really? Was it an accident when you allegedly abused this little girl for 5 years? It was just all an accident. Someone said earlier in the comments, and I appreciate your comment, it's a little uncomfortable to talk about, but they said they speculated that this could have been erotic asphyxiation. He didn't expect her to die. Either way, he's charged with murder. That would be murdering a little girl, allegedly. And he sexually abused her for 4 to 5 years that we know of, just based on the evidence on his phone. So yeah, he's going down. So for him to be like, I'm pretty positive this was an accident. Strangulation? Was an accident? Are you, what, like, wow, he really tries to gaslight his parents. I just don't think his dad buys any of it. His dad is very focused on getting answers out of him.
I'm not sure that any one person is to blame. Maybe no one's to blame, or maybe everyone's to blame a little bit. I'm not sure, but honestly, there's no grand conspiracy here to hurt her.
Were you awake when sent her into the room with you?
Yeah.
And she was fine when she came into your room? What time at night was that?
Maybe 11-ish or so, I'm not sure.
That's why I showed you the presentation in the beginning, like 11-ish or so. And he's making like, oh, she came into the room. He doesn't correct his dad there. Actually, Jen sent us both upstairs. She was like, get out of here. I need a good night's rest. You two upstairs now. That didn't need to happen ever, ever, ever. That should have never happened. That is why we're all upset and think that Jen Soto should be charged, because that is just like, really? You're going to send your daughter upstairs into this clinical bedroom that supposedly belongs to Stephan Sterns, even though he'd moved out. It's not like she gave Maddie the room for her birthday or for anything. It was just this room. You're going to send your daughter upstairs to sleep in a bed with your ex-boyfriend? Even though you're continuously joking with Stephan Sterns that you're so scared this will become a Woody Allen situation. So you're scared that your daughter will run off with your ex-boyfriend. But you're like, night, night, everyone, you go upstairs. Like, what? So yeah, that is why I was just going over the timeline again, because like, 11-ish, he lies a lot, you see, 11-ish. But phone data shows that there were steps, 31 steps and 1 floor climbed at 11:19. So if that's 11-ish to him, okay, right? Listen here, stop bothering me, Bill Gates. We are busy with the live stream. Sorry if you heard the notification. Ding, you probably heard the Windows noise, didn't you? Freaking Bill Gates bothering me while I'm trying to present this to you. 31 steps, 1 floor climb. If that's 11-ish to him, okay, but there's data. Since then, Stephan Sterns, there's data and we can all see it. So looking forward to the trials. If they stream the trials, of course, we'll watch it together. I've always said I'm not convinced they'll stream the first trial just based on the nature of the charges, but you never know. Especially, someone made a good point in the last stream. Well, damn, Jarvis Butts' preliminary hearing in Nosiah Harris's case, that was streamed, and those text messages were absolutely horrifying. Shame. So we shall see. But there's a bit of data to not debunk his timeline, but just to refine it.
Okay, so she was fine. So what happens between 11 and whenever you found her?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? She went
Yeah. I mean, when you say you were out of the room for what length of time were you out of the room?
I don't know.
15 minutes?
No. I left the room a couple times. The first time I left to go to the bathroom, and the second time I was out of the room for maybe a couple hours or so, maybe more. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
The dad's like, oh, okay. If you feel like we have as a community listened to this together, we did in the very first, was it the first or second? It was one of the live streams we did. I just picked out little moments to highlight, but we didn't listen to the whole call from this day. So today we're listening to the whole calls from June 7th. Just in case you're wondering, Nancy Jean said, Judge ruled against Sterns' request to close pre-trial to the media just now. Thank you for that, Nancy Jean. Good. Allow the cameras in. I mean, Sterns violated even the roommate's privacy in the house with his freaking camera. So him wanting cameras out, yeah, I don't think so. Let the cameras in.
Plenty of time for the one-armed man to do it.
Well, without getting into too much detail, she was acting kind of weird before she went to sleep, so I don't know what was going on there.
See, there people speculate. When he says that Madeline was acting kind of weird before she went to sleep, he doesn't know what was going on there. Some say, well, did he drug her? Did he sedate her? He was looking up some terribly powerful anesthetics just 2 weeks before. So I don't think he used that based on information that we received, that would be very difficult to administer. But still, did he sedate her? Did he drug her? Or, which he has done in the past, and Jen Soto admitted it. She said she called poison control once when Madeline wouldn't wake up. What? You called poison control? And she said, yeah, sometimes we double dosed her because she gave Madeline her medication and Stephan Sterns also did. So it could be that. Or if he said she was acting like weird, a little loopy, I'm wondering if she was standing her ground and saying no more of this. And he said that he snapped and he wasn't in his right mind, especially if you listen to these calls a few times, you can start piecing together that night. He snapped. He wasn't in his right mind. He wasn't capable of emotions at the time. And I'm like, whoa, like, what is he really saying? So in my opinion, her acting weird that he's saying is her being like, leave me alone, Barbara Bradley. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Acting weird, like having difficulty?
Just strange behavior, acting loopy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure.
Since you've been drugged?
I have. I honestly can't get into too many details, just because I don't want to hurt my case. But I have some suspicions in that regard. Whether it was given to her by anyone or whether she helped herself, there are reasons to believe she may have done that as well.
What? He's gonna resort to victim blaming? Maybe she helped herself. Bruh, stop lying to your parents, oh my word. But it is interesting to hear nonetheless. We don't know all the details yet. Vicky said, I think he accidentally did it during SA, still murder. The thing is, okay, so trigger warning. If one looks at the autopsy report and the DNA, you know, the DNA buccal swab results and all of that, Madeline Soto had blood, the presence of blood under her right hand fingernails, on her hands, on her neck, and also, it's always so difficult to say it, below the waist towards the back. That's what I was trying to say on Court TV. I'm like, in an area one might not expect for a little girl, you know? So that, to me, is not that it's accidental, it's that she fought for her life. And he also had scratches on his left hand as well, you know? So, again, trigger warning, that if he's strangling her and she's trying to pull his hands off, it could result in her, because it was her DNA under her fingernails as well, like to scratch at that. So it would be her neck that would have presence of blood and her hands, you know what I mean? So she fought for her life, in my opinion, based on what I've seen from those reports. And I think there was SA based on the presence of blood elsewhere as well. And that is sure, so sad, so horrifying.
But
I can't.
Okay.
Obviously, can't get into too much detail because
No,
I'll stick
I
to
know.
the case, and my attorney will tear my throat out with her bare teeth if I flap my lips too much.
It's amazing, when people just say the most inappropriate things. Like, he's accused of strangling Madeline, and he's like, my attorney will, how did he word that? Like, rip my throat out with her bare teeth. What? Like, don't say that. That's quite... Sure. Hannah said, I couldn't watch this without you, Grizzly. What you bring is truly valuable to victims and survivors. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah. If I miss anyone's sticker, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay.
Well, you must be flapping them to her.
I'm giving notes to her. One of the social workers whose specialty is dealing with people who are looking at the death penalty. She'll be here Monday, so I'll pass some more notes through her to my attorney, Alicia, and I guess some more lawyers are going to be hopping on board at this point. There's going to be a whole team working on this. But
four more attorneys.
it's going to be an all-hands-on-deck kind of thing.
Well, I'm just...
Doesn't have to be if you just plead guilty. Spare everyone the time and energy, because you sound like you already know that what you did. Even when he's like, I found Maddie. You didn't call 911. You didn't get her help. You didn't even wake her mom. He's like, I wish I did the right thing, and went downstairs and shook her awake, probably, Jen, right? You did nothing. You literally carried a child's body out of her house. I don't know at what time or what. And then you drove around with her strapped into your dad's vehicle. You threw her school bag away immediately. Immediately seen on cameras right at the complex throwing her school bag away and one crock. Okay, and then you drive around with her strapped into the passenger seat for 2 hours? And then you transfer her body to the trunk of the vehicle? And then you go chill with her mom? And then you head out and dispose of her body on the side of the road when you get a flat tire. I don't think that was his initial plan, but he got a flat tire, and that's where she ended up. Like, wow, this guy, you cannot downplay that, ever.
I had a long conversation with him today, so there's some things that cannot be passed off as you didn't do it. As you know, there's too much evidence to it. But
exactly.
I told them, I said, you're still my son, and I don't hate you, and I do not believe, in my heart, I do not believe that you killed that child. You loved her too much, and she loved you, and I just don't think it happened that way. So, if it was an accident.
We had a lot of wonderful plans for the week, and we were all looking forward to it, and we were all very happy to be reunited. It had been months since we'd all seen each other, and there's no reason that I would have given all.
It had not been months. He had moved out around December of 2023. Okay? And this was February 25th of 2024. And in that time, Jen Soto said in police video interviews, and so did he, that he'd been there 2 or 3 times. It's like, it had been months. We were also happy. Like, way to deflect. Way to avoid the question. You know?
All that up for literally no reason to hurt her and traded all in for this.
No, there isn't.
Trade it all in for this. Yes, what were you trading all that time in any case, seeing as you're speaking about trading? I would never want to hurt her and trade it all in for this. That's the only reason you wouldn't want to hurt her? Because you ended up here? Interesting, because he allegedly sexually abused her since she was 8 years old. So, yeah, didn't have good intentions for her, but he makes like, we were all so happy. I don't believe you. Like even Jen Soto saying, we were so happy, she was so happy with her gifts. Not according to her friends. Madeline Soto's friends said she was not happy at her birthday party. She was not happy that her mother wasn't there. And she was not happy with her gifts, especially from her mother. I don't think she got much. So, yeah, this narrative of we were all so happy. I don't think so.
But there's jealousy on the other side, too. I mean, if she told you, I hope you don't leave me for my daughter, that tells me that she was thinking about that for a while.
Well, it was said half-jokingly, but,
Oh, it said half-jokingly. Not to the police. And what does Stephan Sterns reveal there? See, this little bit I've highlighted before. What does he reveal there? Oh, so Jennifer Soto half-jokingly talked about the Woody Allen effect many times, more than one time, because she actually said it to the police. So he's revealing that she said it directly to him before. That's huge. Yeah, Kathleen said earlier, so the essay is okay, and now it's called love. Ooh, right, it makes one so uncomfortable just listening to this enabling, right? Yeah, Kim Younger says Gizzler's assessment that he felt Maddie was his possession. And I mean, he brought up, his parents said he was so anxious on Saturday, the 24th of Feb, of 2024. He was so anxious that day, like they hadn't really seen him like that. And he talks about Maddie saying that she had a crush on a boy at school. And I think that because there was some distance between them for a little bit, that she realized how much better her life was without him around, you know, because she was doing better at school. That's what her teachers had said. She was just doing so much better. Her friends also said she was better. And she stopped taking her medication. So it's interesting, you know, that he's just like, wait, what? So when he says he snapped and he this and he that, it could really be that he couldn't handle the rejection and that he was like jealous, like as if he was her boyfriend. But ew, it's like a 37-year-old man abusing a little girl, allegedly, right? Vicky said, I hadn't heard about that forensic evidence you just shared. Yeah, I haven't read that out on my channel. I find it it's a lot. But it is there in the documents. So, yeah, the autopsy report and forensic evidence is there. Stephan Sterns' DNA was found. We went through that report recently on Madeline Soto's chest area. So there's now DNA directly, his DNA linked to her body when they found it. So that is like, they have a lot of evidence, I'm sure, against him. And slowly but surely, we're finding out what that is.
One of those, well, again, I don't want to go into too much detail, but it's just, there's a lot of shit going on, you know? But,
yes, I do. I have nightmares imagining what you're living right now. I
have nightmares imagining what Madeline Soto went through as a little girl. And remember that Jen Soto said that her and Stephan were together for like 7 or 8 years. So really, when did this start? Because if Madeline just turned 13, she was really 12 and only 13 for 4 days, you know what I mean? So when did the abuse really start? Because they found a USB with over 35,000 CSAM pictures that allegedly belonged to Stephan Sterns. So, and 1,700 pictures of Madeline Soto on his Google Drive. So when did it start? It could have started when she was 4 years old for all we know. You know? If you take the 12 years old minus 8 years, you could say 13, but she was barely 13. Oh my word. Walker, thank you so much. So the mom says, I have nightmares. I understand it's his mother. So please don't get me wrong, I understand. This is Stephan Sterns' mother having nightmares about what her son's going through. I am here to obviously advocate for Madeline Soto. So I have nightmares thinking about what she went through with that disgusting guy for at least 4 years, according to the evidence. 4 to 5 years. Sure. And I mean, you'll hear later when he says that he looks forward to seeing Madeline Soto on the other side and that she'll say, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? See, the smelly bit. Oh, no, no, no. Why did this child have to deal with a smelly man? Her mom's boyfriend. This freaking alleged predator. And it must be so confusing for a child because he's like connecting with her on all these, you know, figurines and Pokemon and toys and Tamagotchis and all that. So it must be like so weird to try to compartmentalize his role in her life. Like he's kind of like a dad, but then at the same time, he's like, whoa, like things get really, really terrible, you know?
I'm okay.
And
it sucks. It's just a terrible place, and I've heard other inmates in the cells next to me talking about it. You know, those that have been in and out of correctional institutions their whole lives, and they say of all the county jails they've been to, this one is by far the worst.
well, actually, Rebecca said that today too. She said they are much more paranoid and they're stricter than they would have been in Orange County.
Yeah, they don't regard your rights as being as too important here either. They don't treat you like a human being. They're very antagonistic here as well. And mental health can hold you in these cells in isolation against your will for as long as they want to under the guise of self-harm protocols.
Uh-huh.
Even if you qualify for bail or bond, they can just keep holding you here and not let you walk free until they're, quote-unquote, decide you're not a danger to yourself, and they can decide that for whatever reason they dream up.
Yeah.
It's all very, very, really murky.
It's so murky, you guys. Ugh. He's sitting in his cell, reading books, asking his parents for manga and Harry Potter and Tolkien and all the books, and he's eating his root beer candy and having his hot pickles, and I'm not saying that it's paradise. It definitely shouldn't be. But to be like, yeah, it's like one of the worst. It doesn't sound like it just based on everything that he orders, that he gets. He's getting packages, he's isolated. Oh my goodness. Southern Cannabis said, and you deserve to be in the worst place. Right?
Yeah, the whole thing is murky right now.
Yeah, a lot of people lose their mind in this place.
Well, I could see that happening.
Yep. And, you know, I hear and see people that go into these isolation cells like I'm in, they start losing it completely and breaking down after 2 or 3 days.
Well, you're stronger than that.
Yep, I've been in here for over 3 months now in isolation, and I've never once lost it like that, so.
Over a year now. Yes, he was arrested on February 28th of 2024. Now, he's been in jail ever since. Ingrid, thank you so much. Polka Dot Suzanne said, he is a monster. No, he's a good guy. Suzanne, he said so. His mom agrees. He's done way more good than bad. And people are just focusing on the bad. We're going to get to that. Don't worry. Okay.
But you know what? Truth be told, you've never been one that needed to have people around you.
No.
You didn't need it. It's nice to have them, but you don't need it.
You know, it's just.
Yeah.
I just keep telling myself that there are people that have survived worse than this, and this is not going to kill me, and this is not going to break me.
Okay. Don't let it.
No, I won't. I'm determined not to.
Know that we're here.
And I keep telling myself.
I understand that if we can get this car sold, where we can get some money for your account there. I understand that you can actually, like, maybe pay $5 to see a movie or something on those tablets.
No, I don't know about that.
It's like a penny. I don't know if it's a penny a word or what it is with the text messages, but you have to keep them brief.
Okay.
Hey, while I'm thinking of it, can you, that smart connections or communications, can you send your passwords for some of your accounts, especially Spotify, because I keep getting billed for monthly for Spotify?
There's the 1 minute number. Yeah, I can try to pass those along to you.
Or give them to your attorney and have.
What's his password? Maggot boy 100. My word. But he's like, yeah, okay, the 1 minute warning is up. The dad's like, hey, I'm still getting charged for your freaking Spotify. Why was the dad getting charged for it in the first place? This guy is 37 years old. Daddy was paying for your Spotify? Stephan? No, the dad's like, please, man, can I just cancel that? I don't want your Spotify. He's like, oh, there's the 1 minute warning. Like, oh, wow.
Have her do it.
If nothing else, I'll give it to the social worker on Monday. But I keep telling myself every day, repeating this mantra, patience and faith, patience and faith. I just have to have patience and faith.
Yes, you do.
And I keep praying to God for deliverance, and I just have this overwhelming sense of serenity, and I hope that's His way of telling me it's all going to be okay. Even if not, it won't change anything.
Regardless, what it is, Stephan, it's His way of letting you know that regardless of what happens on earth, you've asked for forgiveness, He's forgiven you, and you're not going to be penalized further.
I'll try to call you back in 15 minutes, but if you don't hear from me, I'll call back in the next couple of days.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Bye. Hello again.
I'm not sure if it's his phone number or the system, but, I'm picking it up on the second ring and it disconnects.
Interesting. Yeah, it's probably the system. Yeah. They're janky.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got, as of the beginning of this call, I've got like $13 left in the debit account for calls and like $2 left in my commissary.
He's like, yeah, let's get to the important stuff. I need money from you again. Top it up, Dad. Come on. Pay up. My commissary is running a little low, and I'm looking to order some more root beer candy. He actually clarifies in these calls why some items are unauthorized, because I've been wondering about that. I just see like root beer candy became an unauthorized item. Oh, when they were sold out. They didn't stock those back up, then it's an unauthorized item. But he tries every time to order his root beer barrels.
So,
okay.
What was I saying before? Yes, patience and faith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep repeating that mantra to myself every day. Patience and faith. Patience and faith. No matter what, patience and faith. God will see me through.
You know what? We repeat that mantra too. Patience and faith. Patience and faith. The justice will be served for Madeline Soto.
Did you get glasses?
No. I'm still not 100% convinced that I actually need them. The times that I was squinting down at the paper, I had just woken up from a nap or I had not slept that night. So it was probably just my eyes had not gotten going or were just strained and bleary. Because, I'm reading books now, and, the distance I'm reading them at, I can see the text fine.
It's a miracle his eyes are healed since his dad topped up his commissary and he didn't really need to buy those $12 or $13 glasses. What did he use it for? Probably hot pickles.
So I'm going to hold off on the glasses for the time being.
All right.
Romans is all about God's forgiveness for you, so read Romans.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm reading through Exodus, which is all about God's deliverance from hardship and having faith in Him.
Yeah.
So I'm putting a lot of my hopes on the deliverance aspect. I've asked for forgiveness, but I'm hoping for deliverance.
Well, I will tell you as a Christian, that the Old Testament is pre-Jesus, and Jesus is the only way you're going to get to God, and you only get to God through talking with Jesus. So I would get rid of Exodus and start at the beginning of the New Testament.
I pray to Jesus as well. I pray to God, and I end it, with these things I pray in the name of our Lord and Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I prayed to Jesus for forgiveness as well, and asked him not to strike my name from the book of life.
Okay.
It's just, I talk to God a lot, and, things have been bad. I've been suffering a lot here, but I think of it as a test of faith. I just have to endure this and survive it. And, things have taken a very grim turn, obviously, but, also things do get darkest just before the dawn, and
And there's that quote again. Things do get darkest before the dawn. And what did he say before? That he found Maddie just before dawn. So even if you just take his quote directly, yeah, things got pretty dark for Madeline Soto, who lost her life. And he said he found her before dawn, so early morning hours of February 26th of 2024, even though he's not a reliable narrator. He lies a lot. When he talks about details like that, yeah, it matches what the detectives have found, the phone data, what Jen Soto has said, and all of that. So things get darkest before the dawn.
Sincerely hope that I will have a dawn, but
If you guys have been listening to this chronological jail call collection, then the first call that I actually had put there was one we got months ago, which was from May 13th of 2024. And right in the beginning, he says, well, I got the shittiest birthday present ever. And then I see you all snarking in the comments, again, just like I did when I heard that too. Remember when Jen Soto cried to the police, like, it's my birthday? Like, it's the worst birthday ever and all of that. And he's also like, yeah, shittiest birthday present ever. You're accused of taking Madeline Soto's life right after her 13th birthday party. She turned 13 on February 22nd of 2024, but like, can you believe the things they say? And when he now says, I am just hoping for a dawn, well, so did Madeline Soto. She was hoping to wake up and go to school and see her friends and enjoy her life. Yeah, probably without you, And he did not give her that chance, allegedly. He's accused of murdering her. He's accused of strangling her and then disposing of her body. Dr. Roz, wow, 1 year. Thank you so much.
Well, it can't get worse, can it?
well, I don't know about that. I'm sure things could always get worse.
I don't know what's left.
Different population.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm talking about Charlie just said.
yeah, well, it's true. I mean, I guess murder one is about as bad as it can get, and the death penalty is about as extreme as it can go.
About as. It's the worst. It means you're literally the worst, bro. Highest charges, death penalty that you're facing. He's like, yeah, it's pretty bad, eh? It's about as bad as it can get. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't even know what method they use down here.
Say what?
Lethal injection, I think.
Don't worry, your dad's looked it up already. Lethal injection. Now listen what he says, because you know he's always looking for the easy way out.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's not so bad, right? You go to sleep and then you go to heaven.
Yep.
Oh.
So, I wonder if they still do last
I think
meals
they give
in
you
a
a
special
tranquilizer.
request.
You get what?
Del Taco?
I was thinking more like an entire Little Caesars pizza, some Mexican candy, 2 liter of cherry Coke.
This is
I
what the
don't
dad
think
says.
you get a Little Caesars. You may get a frozen pizza, though.
No.
That's when I like it. The dad's like, nah, I don't think you're going to get a Little Caesars. Like Stephan Sterns is talking about his last meal before, if he faces the death penalty. If he's convicted, he's going to be on death row. He's imagining, what will my last meal be? He's already imagined that? Wow. And he's like, Little Caesars pizza, some Mexican candies, and then like cherry Coke, and the dad's like, yeah, you're not going to get that. You're going to get a frozen pizza? Oh, my word.
Get you what you want.
I don't know.
Within reason, you know.
It's not like
I thought you were going to tell them they asked their mom to make her death by chocolate cake for you.
Well, you know, just one of those is enough to show your chocolate quota for the year.
Yeah.
Well, done.
But,
In lieu of a chocolate cake, we'll have to it has to arrange to go to Ho-Ho's or something.
mm-hmm. Yeah, Ho-Ho's, that's not bad. Or some zebra cakes.
Yeah.
I asked your attorney today if we sent the hard candies that you like, the Mexican candy and the coffee flavored candies straight from Amazon, if that would be allowed. And she said sometimes they allow things, seasonal stuff to be sent through, but she'll check on it.
Okay, well that'd be worth checking into.
So reminder of that, because it's not coming from us, it's coming straight from the distributor.
Yeah, I'm sure the hard candies would be fine. Probably not the lollipops because of the sticks, but certainly, you know, hard candies like the Pulparindo hard candies or the Revolsaditas, those would probably, if they would allow things like that, those would be the most likely because, you know, obviously I get hard candies through commissary anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're tired of root beer hard candy.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd like to try the Jolly Ranchers or the sour fruit balls, but those always seem to be unauthorized item, which I think means sold out or out of stock, so.
See, that's when he says it's probably sold out or out of stock. He thinks it means, so maybe it doesn't. He's speculating. Maybe they just don't want you to have it. Maybe they're messing with you.
On this last order, though, I got some more spicy peanuts. I got some more coffees. I think I've got like 28 coffees left now. So I'm good on that for at least another week or two. And I ordered...
How do you heat it?
What's that?
I think we do too.
How do you heat it?
Well, the sinks have a hot and a cold tap, so if you let the water run for a little while on the hot tap, it'll actually get warm, and then, I mean, not hot, not steamy hot, but sufficiently hot to have some warm coffee.
Ew.
Oh.
The dad's so disappointed. How do you heat it? How do you make this coffee? You keep ordering coffee. How do you make it? Ooh, and then he's like, has to explain, like it's something so deep. Well, actually, you turn the tap on, the faucet, right? We say tap in South Africa. You turn on the tap or the faucet, and then it just like gets warm. Okay, not like hot, but warm. You do. Thank you so much for explaining that to your dad. I think he would have never guessed, but the dad's like, oh. I think the dad means ew.
So I just dump it in there, and then I let the water flow into it, and I've got... I usually save over some extra paper spoons or whatever from meals that I didn't need them for and use that to stir it.
Okay.
I ordered...
Tracy said this conversation is riveting. What a baby boy. Right? I told you guys we're going to snark. We're going to listen to all these from June 7th. Let me just see. And a little bit from June 15th. And then I'm going to skip to the end. I've got some timestamps written down here for you. Some of this we've heard before, some not. So we're listening to it together. Yeah, we're having an absolute snark fest over here about this baby boy who talks about his toys and his mouse droid and the purple dragon and candies and the books he wants and the last meal he's going to have. And, you know, yeah, death row, it's going to be the easy way out. And, oh, death penalty, lethal injection, easy. But then when it escalates to him actually imagining seeing Madeline Soto on the other side, and that she'll be like happy to see him, like, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? That really, really pisses me off. That's like too far, bro. Like, really, don't talk about her. He actually says later that he has dreams and they're like movie plots, but he doesn't dream about Maddie. What? Stop talking about her at all. You're accused of sexually abusing her for years and murdering her. Oh, this guy's so sick, oh my word.
On my last commissary run, I ordered a couple of seafood items. I ordered a pack of mackerel, and I ordered the sardines and the hot tomato sauce, but they didn't arrive. I guess it was out of stock.
So he's having lukewarm coffee, root beer candies, Mexican candies, and then sardines and mackerel, spicy peanuts, and spicy pickles. And refusing showers for weeks on end, so... gross. He's so gross.
Okay.
I figured, you know, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll like them. anyway, the mackerel arrived though, and it's a fillet of mackerel in soybean oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it might actually be decent. Got good protein though.
Yeah.
So I'll get that, and who knows, maybe the sardines, those would probably be fillets as well, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It probably won't be the whole fish, not like anchovies are sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll keep trying to get those because I want to try them out, you know, put them on a saltine cracker or something.
He does love ordering those.
All right.
Yeah, you know.
He loves to order his sleeves of saltine crackers. In about, we're 2:03 now, almost 2:04 on this collection, the timestamp. And around the 2-hour 22 mark on this collection, he talks about going to the other side and the dreams he has. So we will get to it. I just want to make sure we listen to all of this together now, once and for all.
You get hot chocolate there?
No, I do not get hot chocolate, I don't think. I've looked at the drink mixes and I haven't seen any hot chocolate.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, I got some fruit punch beverage mix, and that's pretty good. For about $4.60, I get 8 pouches, and each of those pouches is good for 2 servings in these little 6-ounce cups. So it's, in reality, it's like 16 servings.
Okay.
So it's actually a decent deal. So that's basically what I've been doing, just getting coffee, hard candies, and saltine crackers. And then every once in a while I'll splurge and get some spicy peanuts, or like I did this time, you know, got the seafood stuff, and I even got a couple of cherry cheese danishes.
Really? You're going to bring up the cherry cheese danishes, bro? That's what he pretended he gave to Madeline Soto when he had her strapped into his dad's vehicle and driving around, pretending to take her to school and pretending that she didn't really want to. She was poo-pooing the idea of going to McDonald's, is what he said. But luckily, you know, he had some cherry cheese danishes with him, and he gave her that. He's really going to bring that up? Like this guy. I can't wait for the jury to hear all of this. They're going to hear this. Because these calls are so incriminating. So many details that he shares, like finding her deceased in his bed. I'm putting that in inverted commas because it's not really his bed, but you know what I mean. It's where he slept when he was at Jen Soto's house. It wasn't really assigned to anyone else, so I guess it's his bed. But, you know, admitting that she was deceased, that you found her ice cold, all of that. Ooh, yeah, they're gonna. That's part of evidence now. They're gonna play that to the jury, because before that, everybody kind of wondered. The more he talks, the more he incriminates himself.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'll splurge on special treats.
What brand of Danish is it?
Clover Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bear claw
They
cherry.
must get it.
A bear claw.
That's
A bear claw. Yeah. Careful with that, Stephan Sterns.
school food service company that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like these sort of off-brand, like the spicy peanuts are from Moon Lodge. The hard candies are from like Corner Store Candy, things like that. It's all distributed through the Keith Commissary Company out of Missouri, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's actually, you know, some of these things are actually pretty good. The Moon Lodge snacks are very good. They have this buffalo blue cheese ruffle chips. I tried those on one of my last big splurges, and those were actually surprisingly good. And their sour cream and onion chips are actually very good. Some of the best sour cream and onions I've had.
Aren't we just so happy for him? Insert eye roll. Some of the best he's ever had. He's having a great time there in jail, you know? Secluded, having his sardines and his mackerel and his saltine crackers and root beer candy and getting books and packages from his parents and just waiting it out, you know? Wow. Looking for the easy way out. Sure. Perry, thank you so much.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
No salt and vinegar, huh?
No, unfortunately not. No salt and vinegar, no all dressed, no Zapp's voodoo chips, nothing like that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he had those Zaps voodoo chips in the room where Madeline Soto was allegedly murdered, in his room, bedroom number 4. I saw those chips. I remember seeing that, yeah? So he's still talking about that. He brings up all sorts of things.
If you've never tried the Zaps voodoo chips, by the way, you should get them at the store. They're really good. They're like crunchy cheddar cook chips.
We've had them.
Oh, yeah, the flavor, they remind me of all dressed. It's got a little bit of all.
Our taste buds are kind of changing. A lot of stuff just doesn't taste good to us.
Yeah, my taste.
You mean your son took your appetite right away? I understand.
Those have changed too, honestly. When I first got here for the first week, I wasn't able to eat the food, and it's funny how eventually your body forgets what good food is supposed to taste like.
No, eventually self-preservation kicks in and you just eat what you get.
Yep, you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything, and then I'm able to eat, a lot of the stuff now, including the vegetables that are just bare vegetables without anything on them. Bare broccoli, bare cauliflower, bare carrots,
You have to understand that with your blood pressure problem, they're not giving you any salt on that stuff.
Oh, no, I'm getting the normal trays. They took me off those diet trays.
Okay.
But they don't put salt or butter on stuff anyway because, that would be too good. They don't want to make the food taste good. They don't want people to want to be here. If the food is actually decent, and, there's not much incentive for people not to come here when they're homeless or desperate. Not that it matters, because homeless people are getting thrown in jail anyway. If the Florida legislature passed a bill that made it illegal to camp in public places or sleep in public places. So these places have become mental hospitals and homeless shelters.
Well, Trump was right.
Poetry Skep says, splurges, aka the glasses he didn't buy. Now, here they're talking politics and YouTube doesn't like it. They didn't like it on my jail call collection, so I'm going to skip forward just a little bit here. Let's go, because this is not political talk. So let's just go forward a bit.
All right, you both. Bye. Hey there.
Still, this is still all from June 7th, okay? We started this live stream over an hour ago. Listen to the June 7th calls. Multiple calls a day. At least 3 with his parents, which, whatever, that's fine. But damn, he talks a lot of crap. He really wastes their time. Why do they want to hear about this? You know what I mean? He's just, and if he knows there's 3 calls, then he'll be like, small talk, commissary, give me commissary. And you'll hear that 3rd call is always like, okay. So I'm going to need you to top up the commissary, and I'm going to need this and this and this and this. It's just grifting off his parents.
Can you hear me okay?
What?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. This will be my last call tonight, and I'll have about $7 left in the debit account after this call.
See?
I'm putting money in now.
Okay.
See? The dad already knows the drill. Yeah, I'm putting money in now. We're on the 3rd call. It's my last call for the night, and there's $7 left. Okay? Dad's like, I'm putting money in now. Okay, cool. He might as well say, as long as we've now got that out the way. So top up the commissary. And now let's small talk a little more.
Anyway, so you guys had a good dinner. That's nice.
I wouldn't say good.
It's sufficient. Better than what you had, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
You would be surprised to see your father. He is down over 60 pounds. I am down 47 pounds.
Wow, congratulations.
Yep.
I wonder if the stress of what he's put them through contributed to that. I would assume so. And he's like, wow, congratulations. Yeah, look what you did to your parents. Think about what they're going through, Stephan. But he only thinks about himself. He's so selfish, right? Oh my word, that guy only thinks about himself.
I've lost a lot of weight too, and I'm starting to exercise a little bit myself during the day. So I've been doing a lot of push-ups and crunches and squats and whatnot.
Well, that's why I sent you that Kata book with the exercises, because it uses isometrics, and they were saying, well, maybe they'll think it's a fighting book. And I said, it's not a fighting book. It's an exercise book. And it makes you sound in mind and body. And if anybody needs that, it's someone in jail.
Well,
sound in mind and body.
If they think it's questionable for any reason, they'll reject it and then ban it.
Okay.
Did you get my list of books, by the way, from the social workers?
I think did we?
No.
No?
Okay. Let's get them there.
No.
Fax that to you, or I don't know. Anyway, I've got another.
How many books can we send you at a time?
I have no idea. I don't think there's any limit to the mail that you can receive as long as it doesn't pose like a security or like logistical concern.
Okay. Do you guys? One thing that Rebecca told me today when we were talking about the Cotta book, she says, "You'd be surprised at the raunchy romance novels some of these guys get."
Oh yeah. Mental health gave me a novel that turned.
Everybody get your barf bags out. They're about to talk about the raunchy novels you can get hold of in jail.
It was a thriller, but it was a romance novel. And I was reading that, I was like, this is like pure word smut.
Yeah, well, that's a housewife porn.
Yeah, no kidding. It's I call it literature designed to stimulate ovulation. That
is so gross. I call it literature that is designed to stimulate ovulation. Wow, what a clever little boy. It's too much. The conversation makes me so uncomfortable. We're going to listen to it together. Dr. Ross said, wait till he cracks a tooth on a... I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. When he cracks a tooth on a root beer barrel in there. Can you imagine? Wow. Yeah, Rachel's like, can you send me books and commissary? He says, every single call. He's nauseating.
Yeah. Yep.
That's yeah. I mean, they're like, yeah, you can't have anything with nudity or depictions of, nude people or anything like that. But that stuff is like, clearly allowed. I'm
they paint a picture.
Yeah, a very graphic one, I might add.
Yeah. Probably not what they should be giving inmates in prison.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of the novels on the book card are romance novels, which leads me to believe that most of the readers are female anyway, so they probably have a great time with that.
Maybe.
But,
maybe.
Well,
this conversation makes me really uncomfortable. Okay, I'm glad we can listen to it together because I'm just like, I was on a walk the other day, listening to that, and I'm like, I'm sure people are walking past me, which they just saw me go, wow, ooh, what am I listening to? Oh no, just like maybe they're having a good time with that. You guys, no, stop it.
Anyway, I'm just hoping to get some Michael Crichton novels and some classic literature, some Tolkien. And I put in a request on my page for some manga comics, like the Japanese comic book / graphic novels that a lot of the anime shows are based on. I talked to Mental Health, and they said stuff like that should be okay as long as it's, bound with glue and not staples like a regular comic book. I said, yeah, these...
Listen to him now manipulating his parents, convincing them that they're now going to send him manga comics. He says it in such a way of like, yeah, it's like he wants them to think that it's their idea, He's very manipulative in the way that he talks. So, okay, we threw that book conversation, and obviously he thinks his IQ is a cut above everybody, so he's looking for some classic literature.
These are bound with glue, they're more like graphic novels.
Okay.
But they come in series, and they're the basis for a lot of what the animated shows are based on. So if I can't consume the animated shows here, I can at least see what happens with the stories.
Okay, that works.
And at least the ones that I've requested should be okay. I don't think they've got anything bad. I don't think they've got like any outrageous nudity or anything in them. Sometimes, manga comics do, because sometimes anime does, because the Japanese have a different attitude towards it. But the ones that I've requested, I think, should be safe enough.
Are those available through Amazon?
Yes, they are.
No, just Ask them to send us a list, to put it on the list.
Well, we got to get the first order confirmed.
Yeah. We gotta establish that we can actually get this going, and then I'll tell you which titles to go for. But I do have one of the ones.
He's just going to educate them on how to get these books to him. You could just hear how focused he is on. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's going to get it out of his parents.
That I want is Neon Genesis Evangelion, and
I won't remember that.
It's okay. It's a complete series, and I actually have. It comes in like larger consolidated volumes, and I actually have volume 1 in the drawers, in the plastic drawers beneath my desk if you wanted to look at that for reference and see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think there's like 5 or 6 of those volumes.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, they won't let me send them to you, so
no.
That'll never happen.
But if you wanted to reference it and see what I'm talking about, and then look for it on Amazon, that's what I'm saying, for reference.
Okay.
And anyway, we'll figure it out. We got to get established first.
We got a long time to figure it out too.
Yeah, well, no kidding. Apparently, from what I've heard, but we're going to see what happens. But I really hope this feeling of peace and serenity is. I hope it's some sort of sign.
I hope so too.
I hope not.
I really do.
Even, as many near-death experiences I've had, and as many times as God has delivered me from the jaws of death, I can't believe that He would do all of that just for me to end here.
Okay then. So he thinks his purpose was not to end up there. Can't believe he had all those near-death experiences, and then, like, why would God put him there? Can't end there. Because you're accused of murdering a little girl. Like Earth to Stephan Sterns. It's like, this can't be the end of my story. You ended Madeline Soto's story. So yeah. Brenda says, no, because you're at peace and feel great. One Love Revolutionary says, entitled man-child. Yeah, snark it up. Court Lurker says, Mr. Classic. And Caroline said, Mr. Sophisticated.
Well, I can't believe that He put those thoughts and desires in you either. But something happened.
Well, I can't confirm or deny anything, obviously. I don't want to do any damage to here, but it's a lot more messy and complicated than everyone would like it to be.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty simple, Peter. He is attracted to children, and he is accused of abusing a child, one that we know of. He is also an alleged predator because not only did he allegedly do that, but he was also filming adult female roommates under the door. So he's like a complete perv in every way for everyone from what we know so far. So it'd be like, well, it's a lot more complicated than that. Wouldn't you love to believe that, Stephan Sterns? It really isn't. It's very simple. You're gross. You're exactly where you belong. Victimizing people. Yeah. 3GA9 says, love you, GK. Either way, we know a freeloader. What a freeloader. Stephan Sterns won't get out. Ever get out. Thanks for all you do and all the snark. Especially love when you do your skeptical eyes into the camera. With a skeptical brow. Right? Thank you so much.
Well, I kind of figured that.
It would be a lot more simple and a lot more easy if I really was just a horrible monster, but...
You are.
It's not like that.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what Rebecca said today. She said, I don't tend to think of them as bad people. I tend to think of them as people that have done something wrong, but they have a lot of good still in them. And I said, well, that's exactly what he is. He's got a lot of good in him. A lot. Buckle
up, everyone. We're about to get to the part where Stephan Sterns thinks if you put all the good that he's done in his life on a scale, it would far outweigh the bad. Okay, we're about to get to that. Now, of course, a defense attorney would say that because, they have to cope with their job as well. They're doing their best. They're doing their job. Just I don't think of them as just monsters. They made some wrong decisions, but there's still some good in them. Yeah, when you have to deal with people like that all day, you're going to think like that, right? But just listen to what he says next. Now, Dr. Ross says, did SS just say Neon Genesis? They need to check his contact list for verification of who sends him stuff. Yes.
And I've done a lot of good, and I've done much, much more good than I have bad. But it's funny how, people only ever focus on the bad, and all the good counts for nothing.
Well, that's what they always said. It's like being late to work. When you're late once, they don't forget it. When you're on time 360 days a year, they don't think about it.
Yeah. Well.
Or when you're bad, they don't forget. And when you're good, they don't remember.
Yep. Yep. If we had to put all my good deeds and weigh them against my bad deeds on a scale, the good would far outweigh the bad.
No, it wouldn't. Tell us one good thing you did anyway. We haven't heard much of that. We just heard a lot of freeloading, leeching, voyeurism, abusing a child allegedly based on everything they found on his phone. Wow. And now you're accused of murdering a child, and you're like, yeah, the good far outweighs the bad. And why do people just focus on the bad? Because the bad is so bad that you're facing the death penalty. Like, your state wants to put you to death, where it's legal there, it's happening there. Okay, because of how bad the bad is. It's just like, but then hearing the parents' reaction as well, like, yep, you're a good guy. That's too much. I understand parents or family members being in contact with people who are incarcerated, even for the worst crime. I understand. It's not for everyone, but I understand, right? However, accepting it is one thing. Enabling, being like, you're a really good guy. Ugh, that's just horrible. It's too much. It's too far. Okay, so listen again.
Well, since God considers sins a lot different than you do, you just never know how it works out. But I mean, just thinking bad thoughts about your parents, believe it or not, that's a sin. Talking back is a sin. Lying to them is a sin. Stealing, defaming somebody, talking behind their back, gossiping. All those are supposedly minor sins, but they all build up.
Yeah.
I figure I've got to.
So everybody else is, in this view, it sounds like everybody else has got all these minor sins that they build up, they stack up. So, he was an angel, but then he did this one bad thing. And it just doesn't outweigh maybe what all these other people have done collectively, right?
I've got a couple of Santa Claus sacks full of stuff.
Yep, I'm sure we all do. No one's perfect.
No, only one person was perfect, and they killed him.
Yep.
But he did that. He knew that was coming, and that's why he was born, and he did that so that we would not have to pay for our sins.
Yep.
If we ask for forgiveness, and if we ask Jesus to bring us home.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing, and been praying for forgiveness, praying for salvation, and also praying for deliverance. And I want you guys to also pray for me to be delivered as well. Pray for me to come home and pray for that opportunity. I've been talking to God and telling him, I can do whatever I need to do to get my life right, but I need the opportunity to do that. And it's only through him that I will have that opportunity if he can see it in his heart.
No more opportunities for you. You took all of Madeline Soto's opportunities away. No more.
Shine his grace and his mercy down on me and allow me the opportunity to see my mother and father again.
Well, I will pray for that too.
Yeah, keep praying for it. Pray for him to hear me, and I'm praying for it as well.
Your dad is so quiet right now.
And I'm hoping for it, and whatever happens, good or bad, I know.
You accept it with grace and dignity, and know it's not the end of the world.
Yep, that's right.
You getting any chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
What's that?
This dad, I give him credit, man. He's focused on the questions. He's just thinking of, just like, oh man, okay. Do you learn any Spanish in there? Probably because if he ends up in Gen Pop, wow, shame. You're going to be attacked by all sorts of people. Just like that. Hey, so let's change the topic, shall we? I like when the dad goes quiet. He's thinking up the next question to interrogate him with.
Are you getting a chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
No, I have not had a chance to avail myself of any education programs yet, but I do hear plenty of it being spoken around me.
Well, that's what I mean. Whether you're picking up some of whatever.
No, sometimes when people ramble like that, it all kind of slurs together and gets jumbled up.
Uh-huh.
But that may be just more of a consequence of the echoes and acoustics in here.
Yeah.
But, I keep thinking if I've ever had a Jesus take the wheel moment in my life, this is certainly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You picked a good one.
Yeah, no kidding. And just, I hope I have the chance to see you guys again. I really do hope for that.
I would like to be able to see you or give you a hug or talk to you face to face.
Yeah, I keep telling God that what I want more than anything now is just to see my parents again, and that they need me around and I need them, and I want a chance to give you guys a hug and a kiss and tell you how much I love you and I've missed you.
Okay, baby, we know that. And you know how we feel, so.
Yeah, just keep praying for me. Pray for me to be delivered.
I do. We pray for you every week in church. We're going to a New Day Christian church and enjoying it. It's a lot like Saddleback in many, kind of a smaller version of Saddleback.
Very knitting.
Wow.
But it's the preachers are good. The preachers are good. The music is good.
Well, I'm glad you guys found a place that you like.
Uh-huh.
No matter what, I don't want you guys to worry about me too much.
No, I don't think you can.
It's going to be hard to do.
You can't make that happen.
I know. I just want you to.
You can't be parents and not worry.
I just want you to know that I'm at peace, and that I have this weird feeling like everything's just going to be okay. Can't really
Then plead guilty.
explain it.
Okay.
I understand.
But no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And if the worst comes to worst, I know that I'll make my peace and I'll meet with all my loved ones on the other side.
Listen carefully now.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, when I went there, I didn't see anybody. All I saw was poodles.
Well,
but my surgeon said I wasn't all the way through the door, but I was just hovering, and he said, God talks to you and things you understand. He said, you understand poodles.
Oh, that's true. But you do have more than your fair share of those waiting for you on the other side.
Poodles and horses, yep, cats.
Poodles and horses and
people, hopefully.
Yeah. A lot of people, yeah. Grandpa Joe, Uncle Joey, Uncle Woody, Grandpa Sid, Grandma Kay. A lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got all those people too, and some friends that I've lost, and hopefully as well.
Hopefully Maddie as well.
That would be good. Because I know.
Hopefully, they redacted her name. Hopefully Maddie as well. His mom says, because I know she's there.
She's there.
Yeah.
I cried as hard as I did for you, and I mean, we're talking ugly crying.
Oh, I've done some ugly crying too. Yeah.
Oh. I still think about it. I still think about you every night.
I just want to go back to that timestamp here.
And if the worst comes to worst, I know that I'll make my peace and I'll meet with all my loved ones on the other side.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, when I went there, I didn't see anybody. All I saw was poodles.
Well,
but my surgeon said I wasn't all the way through the door, but I was just hovering, and he said, God talks to you and things you understand. He said, you understand poodles.
Oh, that's true. But you do have more than your fair share of those waiting for you on the other side.
Poodles and horses. Yep. Cats.
Poodles and horses and
People, hopefully.
Yeah. A lot of people, yeah. Grandpa Joe, Uncle Joey, Uncle Woody, Grandpa Sid, Grandma Kay. A lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got all those people too, and some friends that I've lost, and hopefully as well.
That would be good. Because I know she's there.
Yeah.
You know, I
Smelly,
tried as hard for as I did for.
The mom's talking over him there. But what he says in the background, because I've listened to that multiple times, do it as well, is, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? He's saying, when he gets put to death or when he dies, that he will hopefully see Maddie on the other side. And that she'll say, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? Can you imagine? Why would she be happy to see you? Ever. I mean, this just like shocks me that he actually says that. Effie said, he makes me sick and his mom isn't much better. Keep Maddie's name out of your mouth. Right? Just yeah. Yeah. Sure. That really shocked me. And it's a little difficult to hear because they're talking over each other. But he says, yeah, hopefully Maddie too. And then, you know, when he gets there, she'll be like, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? Oh, like she's waiting for you on the other side. Like you're accused of murdering her after sexually abusing her for years. Okay? You said you found her deceased, and so then you drove around with her dead body for hours and then disposed of her just on the side of the road. And now you think, in his delusional mind, he's going to get to the other side and Maddie will be there waiting for him and saying, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? I mean, I can't. It's too, I just can't. Ted Bundy says he needs the electrical chair with the dry sponge. Thank you for being here.
For you, and I mean, we're talking ugly crying.
Oh, I've done some ugly crying too.
So did Jen Soto, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh. I still think about it. I still think about you every night. I still pray for you every night. I still cry for you. I'm sure you know that. 1 minute.
1 minute? Well.
I guess we'll say good night.
Yeah.
I say hopefully sweet dreams, no nightmares.
I haven't been having lots of dreams. I haven't had nightmares, but they've been strange dreams. I've seen a lot of faces of the people that I've worked with, the people that I've had as friends, and you guys too. And a lot of them have been weird, like movie plots.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's weird, but the one person I haven't seen in my dreams has been. Well, actually, I have seen a couple times, but I haven't seen for some reason.
The redaction tells me everything I need to know. I can speculate that he's saying Maddie. You're upset that you're not dreaming of Madeline Soto? Like, I mean, thank you for your comments. I wouldn't cope without them, okay? Like, it's just unbelievable what he says. He's had all these dreams and they're like movie plots and he's dreaming of like family members and everything, but weird. He hasn't been dreaming of Maddie. I hope he never does. Unless it's like absolutely horrendous haunting dreams. Yeah, then have those. But like, what? Whew, yeah, Stephan says, what? What? Can you imagine? Wow. So on this this chronological jail call collection, it's at around 2 hours 24-ish. If you want to listen to it again, it's linked in the description box for you, just to get to that point of where he says that.
Yeah, she's probably still getting oriented.
Maybe, but
the mother says she's probably still just getting oriented. Meaning, don't worry, you'll dream about her eventually. She'll appear in your dreams. She's just busy getting herself like orientated there, you know, on the other side. She'll be with you soon. What? Stop saying that. It's too much. Oh my goodness. So to say you loved her and she loved you, no. He sexually abused her based on what's on his phone, which are photos and videos described in horrendous detail, of course, as well. Just the little bits we know, just the paragraph, like the freckle and the this and the that. It's on his phone. So to be like, he didn't love her. He didn't love Maddie. He objectified her. He abused her. He's going on trial for that. And he's also going on trial for killing her. That's not love. You know? Obviously, I'm like really stating the obvious. We know this, but just, do we need to spell it out? That's not love. How dare he dream of her? How dare he think that she's going to be all happy to see him on the other side in that delusion? Oh, hey, Smelly. What took you so long? Been waiting for you here. Oh, my goodness. Suzanne said, I hope as he's passing, he hears Maddie telling him to enjoy her. She's in heaven. Stephan Sterns, you'll never see her again. Hugs, everybody. Thank you, Suzanne, and happy Grizzly anniversary. Thank you all for being here. Let's keep going. We don't have too much left to do because I've got some timestamps here. Yeah, so let's just go a little bit more.
Hope I get to see her on the other side. She'll say, hey, Smelly, what took you so long?
There again, there again.
Okay.
He said it twice. He said it twice because he didn't get it out the first time. So now I have to say, I hope I see you again on the other side. And she says, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? That's a 2:25:18. So if we go just a few seconds back.
You may begin.
I got that. I got it.
Hey.
Stephan. Hey.
Yeah.
You called and the phone just flashed a call coming in and then it just hung up.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'd try Mom after I tried you 3 times, so.
Yeah.
Oh, how you guys doing?
How are you? What are you up to?
Not much. I got a late start at calling you this evening, so I'm probably only going to get the 1 call.
Well, where have you been all week?
Well, I mean, I've been here, you know, so.
Thank you. I just don't know if did I skip forward now? Look, wait, we were around here. Yeah, the for good outweighs the bad. Spanish. Sorry, I feel like I clicked forward a little bit. Let's just go here. We're on June 7th, yeah? At 8:52?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh. I still,
Yeah, we were here.
I still think about it. I still think about you every night. I still pray for you every night. I still cry for you. I want you to know that. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Well.
I guess we'll say good night.
Yeah.
I say hopefully sweet dreams, no nightmares.
I have been having lots of dreams. I haven't had nightmares, but they've been strange dreams. I've seen a lot of faces of the people that I've worked with, the people that I've had as friends.
We're here again, yeah?
You guys too, and a lot of them have been weird, like movie plots.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's weird, but the one person I haven't seen in my dreams has been, well, actually I've seen a couple times, but I haven't seen for some reason.
Yeah, she's probably still getting oriented.
Maybe, but hope I get to see her on the other side. She'll say, hey, Smelly, what took you so long?
Okay.
But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you within the next couple of days, okay?
Okay, I love you too, darling.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Steph.
Bye.
That was neither cute nor funny. And nothing to enable to be like, hey, Smelly, what took you so long? His mom giggles at it. No, it's terrible. LL said, listen, Stephan, if you ever see Maddie again, it will only be for her to hand you the map to hell. Thank you, LL.
Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin.
I got that. I got it.
Hey.
Stephan. Hey.
Yeah.
You called and the phone just flashed a call coming in and then it just hung up.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'd try Mom after I tried you 3 times.
So yeah, this is June 15th. June 15th, okay, and this part we've actually listened to, so I think I could skip forward here. What he says at 2:28, actually, let's just go to that moment here. I think it's here.
Do something and not go to trial, probably, so they want to make sure that they have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet?
But, you know, it's fine.
And this is where we listened to this little highlight before that I had a timestamp for you, where he has some sort of empathy for Jane Soto.
I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering too in her own way, so.
Not as much as you are, sweetheart.
Well, you know, she lost her daughter.
Yeah?
Her whole world was turned upside down too. You know?
And you lost, a wonderful person that you love too.
Yeah, but everyone's world got turned upside down by this. No one is having a good time here.
Wonderful person.
Just remember that, you know.
If she's talking about Stephan,
Has
what?
she tried to call you, or have you called her?
No. In fact, I'm under a strict no contact order during at least the trial. I'm not legally not supposed to contact her at all.
Not supposed to. But imagine if she is somehow contacting him using another name. Like somebody emailed me and speculated could be happening based on who's sending him packages and the address that's linked to and all of that. So that's a whole, we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. C Squared, thank you for your $20 sticker, my word. Karen says, why does his parents listen to this cuck? Wasting time. So we've already listened to this part where he's like, you know, just like trying to empathize with Jen Soto and telling his parents don't have conspiracy theories. So we've done 3 live streams before. So I'm going to skip forward now because we also already listened to the part where his mother asks him if he's ever been sexually abused as a child. Do you remember that? And the way that he then says, no, not abused, but like he got, you know, he had his first French kiss when he was 6 and all this crap that he says, which is not abuse. The way that he words it is wow. Okay, so if you didn't hear that, it's on a previous stream as well. It's also timestamped for you. Susan said he has no right to dream about Maddie. That's how I feel as well. No right to take any more from her than he already has. Exactly. Right? So I hope that you've heard about that. Let me know if you haven't. Amy Cody said, I recently became a Grizzly and went back to watch a video showing us your journey. I love the way you present content and strive to bring justice. This guy, Sterns, is a joke. Justice for Maddie. Oh, thank you so much, Amy Cody. And then you said, heart you, Gizler. Thank you, Amy. Whoa, for your $50 sticker. Okay. So, yeah, we heard that one. And so I wanted to play something we didn't play before. We didn't listen together before, which is around here, which is June 16th. So this is at, what, 3:04. Let's listen from here.
These things are spurred on every once in a while. You know, I try to make sure that I have enough coffee because coffee is very comforting. It's one of the few things that, you know, gives me any enjoyment here. Every time I drink a cup of coffee, it just releases a whole bunch of happy chemicals in my brain. And then my hard candies and my saltine crackers. So, I mean, beyond that, it's, you know, it gets expensive if I start going much beyond that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, we've got a lot going on here, so we'll keep you up to date with that. I think she's going to have puppies within the next 12 to 18 hours, so.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I could send you a picture of them.
Yeah, me too.
I think once you get that tablet thing, I think we may be able to send you a picture like that.
Yeah, actually, you can send pictures, and they'll either scan them in to the system, or you can consume you through that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so you can totally send me pictures, and they'll scan them in electronically.
Well, I don't know how to send you a picture and have them scan it in unless I send it via email.
I think maybe even if you send a physical picture or something, they might physically scan.
We don't. Nobody takes a physical picture anymore.
I'm trying to find the answer, Susan. I don't think he's allowed to based on what they're saying, but I don't actually know the rule there. I don't know if it's because of the charges he's facing or if it's just not advised, or I actually don't know. Isn't he allowed to? He isn't based on what they're saying. Crazy Mom, RN says, Grizzly, do you think they'll play these calls at the trial or these portions? Absolutely, because they're so self-incriminating. They are so incriminating based on the alleged crimes that he committed and how he admits he found Madeline Soto deceased. You know, like all of that. I do think so. And I was actually wondering to myself, I was like, they probably will. But then when I was on Court TV, that's Vinnie Politan said, yeah, they're definitely going to play these at the trial. So I'm like, oh, there you go. Okay. And he's got a lot of legal experience, of course. Keith says, Gizla's voice is soothing. Thank you.
We all do it on cameras. It goes straight to our computer.
Yeah, I mean, you can print it out, maybe, but I don't know. Well, I'll have to ask the mental health people and see how that system works.
Okay. Do that. Are they giving you anything for anxiety and sleep?
No. Like I said before, when I got the...
Sorry, just to pause as well. That is true as well. His parents are 3 hours away, so that's another thing. But maybe also because they know they can't talk about much. They can't talk about the case. They can't ask things like that, so we'll find out.
Murder charge, I I asked them for something for anxiety, and they gave me an antidepressant that also doubles for anxiety, and that gave me even worse symptoms. So.
That gives you worse symptoms?
Yeah, we already went through that.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I started feeling extremely panicky and like an elephant was sitting on my chest and the sky was crushing down on me.
Okay, baby, well, you can't do that.
Oh dear, we're almost done. We're almost done. Hang in there, everyone. We've been snarking for a while here, and I think we're all going to need a shower again, right? It's just like, oh, it's so gross. So if I look it up, Stephan Sterns, he can't visit with his parents because he's currently in custody at the Osceola County Jail in Florida, facing serious charges related to, obviously, the sexual abuse and murder of 13-year-old Madeline Soto. When someone's incarcerated, their ability to have in-person visits is heavily restricted and subject to the jail's policies, and of course, he's in isolation. He's on like self-harm watch, especially based on his charges. So yeah, I don't think that will help his case at all. It's probably his attorney's advice. It's probably a combination of that and the jail policies and everything. And just, you know, them having to drive, 3 hours to visit him for what? When they could just send him packages and talk on the phone every day, 3 times a day, right? Foxy Alchemist, thank you so much. Okay, we're almost done here.
Nope, so I decided I'd just take my chances with the depression and anxiety.
Okay.
And it's been mostly okay. Although lately I guess for a little while now, I've been having some mild hallucinations.
Yeah?
Like I'll see random flashes of light while I'm reading my books, like on my hands, like as I'm moving through the words, like each word will jitter out like a Morse code flash of light on my hand. And then I'm catching little flickers of movement out of the corners of my eye.
Well, you know, that could be a visitation from, you don't know.
The mother literally says that could be a visitation from redacted, so let's assume, I'm sure it's safe to assume Madeline Soto. Well, that could all just be a visitation from Maddie. Stop saying that. He's not allowed. In our opinion, am I right? Does anyone agree with me? In my opinion, he may not dream of her, think of her, talk about her, draw her, imagine meeting her on the other side. And it's not a visitation from Maddie. She's not visiting him, okay? Stop enabling that. Why would she want to see somebody who abused her for years and sexually abused her for years and then murdered her allegedly? Why would she ever want to in this scenario? Why? LL says, for all new Grizzlies, geez, Patreon is amazing as well. Thank you, LL. That is so sweet. There's only 1% of my audience that's actually made it over there, so I really appreciate everyone that's over there. And yes, I do give exclusive content over there, more behind the scenes stuff. You'll see the cats, you'll hear me snark over coffee, you'll see, you know, things like that. Kathleen said, oh, what a delicate little baby boy. I know, I've got to get my British accent on when I say that. Oh, what a delicate little baby boy. And he's very, very smart. His mom says we must all check his IQ, okay? Copper horses, that's called cataracts. Right? But it's a visitation, according to his mother. Could be Maddie visiting him. Stop saying that. Boundaries. Think about the charges. No one needs to comfort Stephan by saying Maddie's visiting you. You know the little girl that you accused of murdering and sexually abusing for years? Yeah, she's visiting you. Don't say that ever, right? Copper horse, that's cataracts. Okay, so here we go.
Well, I don't know. I keep catching flickers of movement out of the corner of my eye, like just out of the periphery of my vision, like I'm seeing a bug move or something, and then I look over and there.
Okay.
So I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe the isolation is starting to mess with me, or maybe just all the trauma and everything is just taking its toll.
I would imagine it has. It's taking its toll on everyone.
Yeah. You know, and she passed away. You know, I suffered a catastrophic mental breakdown at that point.
She was murdered, strangled. He's like, she passed away, and then I suffered a catastrophic mental breakdown. Oh, shame! The perpetual victim. Poor Stephan Sterns. After she passed away, and just listen to what he says, right? Oh my goodness, here.
I don't know if you know that.
Wait, sorry.
No, I did not.
3.
I was literally out of my mind when I...
Let's listen from here. Hear the whole sentence.
I would imagine it has. It's taking its toll on everyone.
Yeah. you know, when she passed away, you know, I suffered a catastrophic mental breakdown at that point. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did not.
And I was literally out of my mind when I was first booked into jail. I was hallucinating. I was hearing things and seeing things very badly. And it took me about a week to come out of that.
I hope you're sharing all that with your attorneys.
I did, and the
Oh, you want to go for the insanity defense.
mental health people knew about it as well because, you know, they're the ones that interview you when you come in and like, you know, are you seeing anything? Are you hearing anything? I was like, yes, you know, to both. I was hearing reverberating noises going through my cell and in my head, and I would look at the doors and it looked like the doors were breathing. And then it took me about a week to come out of that, and then it took me another 3 weeks or so before I started to regain some lucidity in my mind and some clarity again. And it took me a while to come out of that. You guys, I don't think you guys knew that.
No, did not.
Yeah, so I was not in my right mind after I found her.
I'm so sorry.
At least he said after he found her, not while committing the act. You have no insanity defense, bro, and not based on all those actions, all those calculations, everything you did after the fact as well, how you decided to hide Madeline's body in bamboo on the side of the road. Everything, just everything. Yeah, Nature Girl says at that point she passed away. Can you believe it's like she passed away? Then I found her. Then I had like a catastrophic mental failure. Oh, please. You know, Stephan says his victim mode is disgusting, right? Yeah, Dog Defender says timeline, Stephan. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I understand why, but
a complete mental and emotional breakdown, and then everything that followed was kind of a result of that.
oh, well.
I wish I'd handled that passing a lot better, but I was...
It's an interesting sentence that I would love for the behavior panel to analyze this. Like, I wish I handled that passing a lot better. Damn, you make it sound like there's other passings, and maybe it just means grandma, grandpa, other ones that he mentioned before, but the way that he says it sounds pretty sinister to me. I'm not really speculating anything. I'm just saying, like, sure, that sentence caught my attention. Wish I handled that passing a lot better. That was murder. She was strangled. She didn't just pass away. We know she was strangled now. Okay, so, and his DNA was found on her. It's linked. He's innocent till proven guilty, but I can't believe that he is still sitting here being the victim. And listen how he talks, that little whiny voice. Oh my word, while he's like, oh, no, I just feel so sorry for myself. Wow. Wait, listen to that sentence one more time. So 30930, let's go to 30918, okay?
It was kind of a result of that.
Oh, well.
I wish I'd handled that passing a lot better, but I was not capable of rational thoughts or actions at that point.
Not capable of rational thoughts or actions at that point. Why is that? Maybe because it wasn't just a passing, it was a murder. Right? Yeah, Kathleen said, I wonder what Dad is thinking now. Probably doing some divorce calculations. I mean, Dad is being very quiet here. Come on, Dad, ask a question.
I literally was not in my right mind.
Oh, really?
Okay, baby. Well, we know what we think happened, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's hard to believe we're halfway through June already.
It is, isn't it?
May crept
Well,
up
no,
slowly, and now June is just flying by.
Whoops, you got a minute.
It goes from saying what he just said to, oh, I can't believe we're halfway through June already. Oh my word. Let's talk about the weather, shall we? We're just going to talk about a passing that I didn't handle so well. Yeah, anyway, can't believe we're in mid-June already. Can you top up my commissary?
Yeah, this will probably be my last call tonight, but I'll call you back within the next couple of days.
Okay. Hopefully we'll have news about puppies by then.
I assume you might. You said there's going to be 8 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless she's hidden one.
Who knows? You never know. We always used to play Count the Spines.
Yeah, well, I was there when they counted the skulls on this one, and that was pretty good
Okay.
count, so.
Well, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you within the next couple days or so. Be good, okay?
Well,
Keep
this
an eye out
is,
for those books.
well, when your heart stops
Track
beating,
them
so
books.
there's your opportunity to repent, so make your heart right with God while you can. That I just read. I like that.
I do.
Don't forget that.
Almost every day.
I know, darling. Okay, I know you're going to be gone, so
Okay.
just want to say I love you, and we're thinking about you.
Thank you
I'm
for
over there.
using
Look,
IT
I
Solutions.
love you, Dad.
Goodbye.
Dad is silent. That's the end of the call, you guys. Dad says nothing. Dad went very, very quiet there, like, holy crap. So, hey, if the dad ever wants to come talk to us, sir. Tell us what you really think. I feel like the dad could snark along too at this point. Janie's child, thank you so much. Holy crap, thank you to the 8,574 people that are here. If I missed any of your, your support, thank you so much. If I didn't see it, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Oh my word, that was just so frustrating. I'm like, doesn't it just make you so upset? Like, for Madeline Soto's sake, like what she had to deal with in her short life. She only just turned 13. Can you imagine just hearing a glimpse? And I mean, we've heard quite a glimpse, but like a glimpse of Stephan Sterns' thought process and how he's just always the victim. Can you imagine how he tried to push Madeline into doing things? We've seen some of it from the documents, right? When he said, like, you can't play with your phone or watch cartoons unless you, trigger warning, put my penis in your mouth for 3 seconds. I'll count to 3 and then you can have your phone. Or I'll count to 3 and then you can watch cartoons. Like, oh my word, it's just so terrible what she had to go through. And he even calls himself Smelly, like through her. I mean, I think he's very smelly just based on what we know. Just looking at him, what a stench. But then also, let's make a disclaimer. Hey, YouTube, we're not judging someone too harshly, okay? This guy is accused of murdering a little girl. They don't like it when you snark too hard. Can you believe it? YouTube, okay? So then he's having like sardines and spicy peanuts and pickles in his little cell that he says is all not ventilated. Ew, it's so smelly. But even thinking that this little girl called him Smelly as a nickname. So he's like Smelly with his 3 belly buttons or whatever, and then she has to do all sorts of things with him. That's terrible. It's so terrible. It's like, I can't even. Megan says, glad to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I am very grateful that you came to listen to these calls with me. I think we're done now. I think we're done because this is all we have for now. I'm always seeing what we can obtain. I don't want to overstep any boundaries, of course. Respect the trial that's coming up. Respect the cases. It is the Sunshine State laws, though. That's why we've seen so much. Police video interviews, audio interviews, photo exhibits, all sorts of things. Jail calls now. I mean, that is amazing we got to hear those. And I would look forward to hearing more if they ever release those. Slowly but surely as time goes by, they get to release more things. So his first trial is scheduled for May 5th of 2025 until the 21st. And that is a child SA material related trial. That's for those charges. And then the next trial is scheduled for September 22nd of 2025, and that is a homicide trial, and he is facing the death penalty. The state is seeking the death penalty. So it's interesting that his mom said that the judge thinks that's too lenient. That'll be like, in isolation and have it easy. The judge wants him to go to Gen Pop. I'm kind of liking that. I'm there for that. Gen Pop it is. Take the death penalty off the table. We don't mind. Gen Pop for you. Can you imagine? We said that about Burgos Aviles as well, remember? So I'm going to do my best to do some timestamps for you, especially for, what the title of the video is and the thumbnail, so you could find those if you just want to find those. The link to the no commentary version is available in the description box. The link to Grizzly Cat's Buy Me a Coffee is also in the description box. If you want to buy me a coffee or the mods a coffee, Nightbot's been sharing those, or you can go to grizzlytruecrime.com. Thank you so much for filling our cups, because we sure as hell, we need the energy, right? This is just like, oh my word. Texas Tupac said, we can snark together anytime, Grizzlies. I'll be here for you all. Yeah, I like snarking with all of you. So may there be justice, full justice for Madeline Soto. May this guy get a reality check. Life is sounding a little too easy for him. Now, he is innocent till proven guilty. He's in jail. Okay, But let's get to that trial, shall we? Yeah, so apparently the judge, let me just see what someone sent me here. Somebody sent me an email that said something about the judge. We said it earlier. Judge denies Sterns' request, yeah, to keep the media out. Nice, I like this judge. Okay, Keith Carstens, I think is his name. Good job, judge. You denied the motion to keep the cameras out. Put the cameras in for all pre-trial hearings. That's what he wanted. No cameras for pre-trial hearings. The cameras stay in. We keep looking, we keep snarking. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I will see you again very soon. We're going to now teleport to a members-only stream, which is set for tomorrow. So if you are a YouTube member, I'll see you there. I will see you there for that. There's Grizzly Cat. Thank you for being here as well. And in that, we will also continue. We will snark some more in those member streams. Sometimes we literally have snark tanks. So thank you so much. See you very soon. In the meantime, stay safe.